Okay, so here's one of the umbrella hats that I purchased. Now, I was trying to audition the NeoPixel strip around the umbrella hat. And these NeoPixel strips are actually made out of metal. I took them out of the silicone covering. What I'm going to have to do here is Pierre's umbrella hat. I put the little cap on top. I screwed it on. It's nice and tight. It's actually going to be really good. Now, what I am going to have to do is the one piece is going to have to be bigger because as you screw it and it gets tight, it kind of shrinks up a little. So I learned something. And then I will silicone it around the edges and then clip off any excess plastic. Now, the NeoPixel strips, back to these. Love them. They are the 144 strip that I got from Adafruit. Kyle thought that to get this strip would be better for Pierre since he's small. Now, I'm going to have to make 8 of these. And what I'll do is I will cut them a certain length. And I purchased this silicone wire that is from Adafruit. It's clear because I want to keep my stuff really nice. And so that is what I'm thinking of attaching each of the NeoPixel strips to each other. So let's see what that looks like. I really think it's going to look nice. Better than if I had done it in a circular pattern. So let's see what happens. I'll be back. One of the things I want to mention before I start. When you have these, let me see if I can get a good focus on this. Okay, see that? Those arrows? Once I cut the 8 pieces, I have to make sure that every piece goes in the right direction. So like I'm going to have every arrow going the same way, essentially around the hat. If I put one backwards, then of course, I'm not going to get any lights. I learned that the first time I did a matrix. So these are learning curves and tips for anyone else that is trying to do this. So here's my other matrix that I had done for Pierre's raincoat. I actually took it apart and made a headband for Maker Faire. But one of the things that I wanted to say was that right here I have a little microcontroller. Now, what I do is from the microcontroller, I'm going to go in to the first strip and the arrow has to be pointing away, see? Away from your microcontroller. You don't want to do it the other way. And then you see how these are? These go down, up, and down. Now, it may seem that they are going opposite, but they're actually not. See, they're going this way and then back around and around. So really, if I open this up, it would be one whole strip, except for with the wires curled up like this, it's never going to be straight. But then you get one single line is what it's really doing, is staying one line. I don't have a bunch of lines. And so that's what I like, because then there's only one data in, one data out. Or else I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, data ins and data outs. And I'm trying to give you as much information because these were all of the things that when I was learning all of this last year, I really didn't know. And I was very confused. And so I did get a lot of help online. And this particular one was from a project that I did for the Blinky tape and Pierre's raincoat. So I'm going to start cutting these out. And I'll show you what that looks like when I'm done.